In this lesson, I'm going to talk about one of my favorite patterns in JavaScript, the revealing module pattern. So let's say that we have an object called user and we have name, which will be equal to my name. Looks like I can type my name. And then we have maybe a function saying hello. And then we have a field called secret. And we have some value inside. And let's say that we want to use this object everywhere in our application, but we don't want to give access to this secret field. And maybe even we have some functionality which should be used only by this object. So the revealing module pattern is giving us this flexibility to hide some pieces of information, some functionality inside the closure. How this pattern looks like. So I'll keep this object just as a reference in a comment, and then above I'll create the same object, except that this object will be equal to a self-invoking function, which will be something like this. So now I have this scope here and it's private. No one from outside could access stuff which are defined into this function. So I'll define my name again, and I'll define this say hi function, which will do the same thing to just say hello. And then inside I'll again define the other variable or constant secret. Now I have to return something from this self-invoking function, because otherwise my user object is just equal to undefined. So here I'll expose, or we maybe have to use the word reveal, some of this private stuff. That's why I guess the pattern is called revealing module pattern. So here my public API will be name, which will be equal to my name, and then I'll be exporting the say hi function as well. So now from the outside I could say user.name, and I could well, not print out, but I could say user.sayHi. And if I save, I'll see my name, I'll see hello. But if I say user.secret, this will be undefined because this is not revealed. So this is kind of the official version of the pattern and the reason why this pattern exists. However, I'm using it in a slightly different fashion. I'm using it as a tool for creating instances of objects, or in other words, to apply some of the object-oriented principles into JavaScript without using a class. And here's what I'm talking about. So let's say that we don't fire this function immediately. I'll even delete this bit. I'll define this function with the uppercase. And then immediately this function kind of becomes a factory function. A factory function because every time when I'm calling it, I'm creating a new version of this object. And even further, if I don't specify the name internally, I could pass it as an argument saying that maybe this will be just n and name will be n. And then I'm again revealing this variable, but the value which this constant actually will have is something that I'm passing as an argument to the function. So let's say that we have a equal to user, and then I pass my name, but then I have b, which is again, we again call the function, and then we pass John to it. So now this function is creating two different objects with the same properties. We still have name and we still have the say hi function. So I could say A say hi and B say hi, and maybe to see two different things in the console, maybe we have to use the name here. So I'll be doing something like this, or actually it's better to be in front. So it will be name, and the name is basically saying hello. And now we see in the console that we have these two different messages. And this is how I'm using the revealing module pattern. Every time when I need to write some functionality and I have to multiply this functionality, I am creating such a function that returns an object. Basically, I'm exporting some public API, and inside the function, I'm writing the functionality, And it looks a bit like having a class, because we have this private methods and functions and variables, and then at the same time we have this exporting, this revealing of some of these methods.